Hi, welcome to my channel. If this is the first video that you're watching, let me just say first and foremost that I have this amazing camera quality, if you cannot tell right now already. So I just want everybody to appreciate the quality of my iPad that I'm currently recording on. Getting past that, so today I'm going to be doing a little kind of like tutorial thing on how to bake your face, and I'll explain what that is exactly, and then also how to do eyeliner properly, or at least how I do it. I really don't know if this is proper, and kind of what I said in my introduction video, I am not at all a professional, so I really want to stress that, like extremely so. I'm not a professional whatsoever. Another thing I want to address, I did currently do another video and I had to erase it. So the one I talked about last week, yeah, I'm still learning how to do stuff, and this is probably going to be a half-assed edit because I don't really know how to edit yet. I still can't figure it out. But anyway, so moving past that, I'm not exactly going to show you my full makeup process because that would be a 40-minute video. I timed it because with all the talking that I do, and I don't think anybody necessarily wants to watch that. So today I'm just going to be showing you those two things. I will be explaining what I'm doing, even though I'm not going to show it to you of my whole face process. If you'd like to see that in a different video, I may be doing that if people need to see that. So one thing I will say first and foremost, what to do before you start any makeup look, even if it's just in your eyes, you want to make sure that you have a good skin regimen. Now, I am not perfect, as you can see from this one here and a couple other ones. I'm not perfect whatsoever, but you need to make sure that your skin is properly hydrated. You need to make sure you use take care of your skin and properly hydrate it with water as well. Anyway, but you need to make sure you do that because the makeup is only as good as your skin, really. So if you have crap skin, your makeup's gonna look like crap, and nobody wants that. Also, your makeup's gonna feel like crap on your face because your face is crap, or your skin is crap. I don't know. Anyway, your face isn't crap, but you know what I mean. So first and foremost, what you want to do is you want to have a good skin regimen in place. So that could just be hydrating it properly, making sure that you at least put some sort of moisturizer on your face. So before beginning this, I made sure to moisturize my face, and then I also put my primer on. So the next step in any of this, and I'm not going to be linking the other, like all the products that I use, but I will be linking, or really not a link, but I'm going to be showing the best price point that I have found personally for the items that I'm going to be using today. So first and foremost, I'm going to be doing my, well, thirdly, since I did my first and foremost already, I'm going to be doing my foundation. So I'm going to pause this video while I do that really quick, and then I will come back. Okay, now that I put in my foundation, I bounced that shit in there with Beauty Blender, and then I also moistened it slightly with some water that I sprayed on it. Next, after that, what you would do is you would put some concealer on the high points of your face or anything that you would like to conceal, so like little bumps here and there. You would blend that in. So then the next step, and you want to make sure that you do this pretty quick because if not, everything's going to start creasing a little bit. And if you do this correctly, it's not going to feel super cakey. And if you use a couple little tricks that I have found out, again, I'm not a professional, you're going to hear me say that like a million times, but these are like a couple little tips that I've picked up in the last couple months. So if you moisten, or like whatever, if you put a little water in your beauty blender, now some people like put it under a sink and squeeze it, but I like to just put a little bit of water in a spray bottle and then I put it on my beauty blender. So nothing significant, at least for me. I don't douse it in it because if I do, it picks up all the foundation and it looks disgusting and it looks super cakey. But if you do it the right way with just a little bit on it, just spray a tiny bit, it will help the powder, the baking process, and I'll explain what that is, it will help it set into your skin. So the baking process, and the item that I'm using today is the Fit Me, let's see, I'm gonna knock over everything. It's the Maybelline New York Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is it right there. It's super dirty. I use it like all the time. I use the lightest one possible because I am a super white chick, if we all didn't know that already. But the baking process of makeup is you bake this bottom part of your eye, and what that does is it helps the creasing so that you don't get a lot of creasing. It helps the longevity of your makeup as well. So when you put it on there, you're going to let it sit for a little while. I do it probably 5 to 15 minutes, it just depends. And then I also let it sit in there a little bit longer for when I'm doing my eyeshadow as well, because you're going to completely wipe it off afterwards, after it sits. So your eyeshadow goes off right along with it. It's a nice little tip that I picked up because I am really messy when I'm doing my eyeshadow. I'm still learning how to do that. And I also put a little bit on the other points of my face as well. So I will show you how I do that. So I took my beauty blender and I just dipped it in there. Again, the moistened bit of it. And then you just kind of dab it in there. Isn't that a pretty face I just made? Dab it in there, and yes, it's gonna look really crazy at first initially. I also like to do it at these points as well. Really get in there because I get creasing along my nose and then here as well, especially since I wear glasses. I get it really bad, so I like to do there. I don't use quite as much on my forehead because I already have a big forehead. We don't need to draw any more attention to that. Also, while I'm here talking about drawing attention to things, so if you're one of those people, girls, guys, whatever, that seems to think or like to talk about, oh, you should be more natural. Look at Scarface. You should like look more natural, whatever, blah 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 blah. You know, nobody likes all this makeup on you. To that I like to say, I don't personally care. I'm not wearing it for you. So if you're one of those people and you want to come in here, or you're thinking that to yourself, or you somehow think you're superior because you do not wear makeup and you're like, I'm all natural, which is cool, whatever. I mean, I really didn't start wearing makeup, you know, until the last few years. But anyway, I digress. So what I was going to get at is, if you're going to get on here, or if you're going to think to yourself that, man, that chick must be busted. I am slightly busted, but I like makeup just for myself. So if you're one of those people that wants to come on here and judge, go ahead, or just don't watch my video. Anyway, so now that that is taken care of and all cleared away, you just want to make sure that you get the powder. I'm going to leave this part like space a little empty because I'm going to put some like bronzer and like contour there. So, and again, in all the rest of the spots of my face, I'm really not putting as much as I did there because I don't want to overdo it and then have a flashback situation, which is when you put too much on and then when the camera goes on, you're just like a big ghost. So again, I'm already super white. I don't need more attention brought to that fact, or my huge forehead. So anyway, now that all of these points have been powdered up, I really don't know what other word to use, baked on there. Now my skin, since obviously we're humans and our skin heats up because, you know, we're warm, it's going to bake it in there. I think that's why it's called baking. I really don't know. I only just discovered this a few months ago, so but anyway, it's going to bake on there, so I'm going to leave it on there for a little bit. And next, what I'm going to do is I am going to set my eyes, so I'm going to put a primer on there as well, and then I'm going to set it with some powder, and then I am going to do a little bit of eyeshadow on there, because with every eyeliner look, some people do it, a lot of people that I know who have asked me throughout the years how I do my eyeliner, they say that they try to do it right on the skin, and don't do that, because if you do that, it's going to run. And it actually helps. It's like a canvas of sorts, like if you're going to paint. It actually helps guide your eyeliner when you put it on, at least for me. Again, I'm not a professional at this whatsoever, but I'm going to say, if you want an eyeliner look, you have to use primer and you have to use eyeshadow. And the primer helps it stick there longer for the eyeshadow, and it helps it glide on there. So the longevity of that is, you know, goes for a while, because I can sweat like a mofo, and my eyeliner and then also my eyeshadow doesn't budge. So that's like rookie mistake number one. So make sure that you prime, make sure that you put the eyeshadow on there, and then you can continue on to the steps of the eyeliner itself. It sounds like a lot, but really the process only takes a few minutes. So let me get to that one moment. All right, now that I've gotten kind of a half okay like eyeshadow look done, I'm going to take a powder brush and I'm going to wipe off all of that extra powder. some people like to put their eyeshadow on first. I personally can't do that because then when I blend in my foundation, it just like goes everywhere. So to avoid that mess, I do this mess. So it's a better mess, if that makes sense. But that is the baking process completely in its entirety. Again, this is just for a full face look, so you don't have to do like a baking process to do an eyeshadow process. I just want to make that very clear. But I did a half decent eyeshadow look, just kind of bronzy. It's really, I mean, I swear it looks less crappy in person. I'm not a professional at all in any of this. I'm learning how to do it pretty much just from YouTube videos myself, but this is what's worked for me. So if you want me to show you how to do a half decent eyeshadow thingy, actually I'm not even gonna ask that, but you'd be like, what the fuck? No, it does not look good, I understand. But, okay, so next we are going to use eyeliner. Now, usually what I like to use, my favorite one is called Voluminous Superstar, I believe it's Revlon or L'Oreal, but I'm gonna look into that. I usually, for the most part, all of my stuff is from like drug stores and stuff like that. I don't like to pay too much for anything. If I do pay a lot for items, it's because I've tried other stuff and it does not work. Like sometimes you can cheap out, other times you cannot. So I usually use that one, and I will link that or just put it in the description. It's $6, and then I used to be able to find it at Walmart's. Now I just buy it off Amazon because for some reason I have trouble finding it at Walmart's. So I'm going to be using this one eyeliner that I have on hand since I ran out of that one. It's called EYEKO London. That's where I draw the line. I will also put this in the description as well. I'm not quite sure on the price point of this. I got it in an Ipsy bag like a couple months ago. So it's been my backup whenever I run out of the other one. So, with that being said, I don't usually like to use this one. I mean, it's not bad. It's just the tip is really big in comparison to the other one that I use. So that makes it a little bit hard to draw the smaller lines or to even control it. But we're gonna attempt this today. And if it looks terrible, I told you I might be effing up on some of these videos, so it's okay. But first, what I do, at least with my eyeliner look, I take this, obviously, and then I bring it up like so. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but we're gonna do the same to this eye. And then I'm kind of going to, I know I'm not being very descriptive, but I don't really know how to describe it. Because some people, what they do, they almost like draw it in completely. So they go up and they don't fill it in like I am right now. They just go up and then over and then they fill it in. But I just kind of go ham and I get lucky sometimes. So that's what we're doing. So then I just draw the line and then I do a little point at the end, and I'm completely just like breaking a bunch of beauty laws because apparently you're not supposed to pull this like this, but I do. I don't care about lines, I'm gonna get them anyway. So. You can hear my heavy breathing, I apologize. And then I just like to double check to make sure that I did not leave any, because like one of my huge pet peeves is when you're done with an eyeliner look and then like you're out and about later on and then you notice that like right here, like it's not that noticeable to you, but it is to me. It's like slight little bits that you miss. So I like to make sure that I get it from all angles and I like kind of look around just to make sure. Now this is kind of a boxy one. I guess I can point it out a little bit more. It's not a full Nike, but you know, it's waving hello. It'll look better when I put my mascara on. And I'm gonna do this one off camera really quick, so. All right, so this is the finished product. I made sure to clean it up a little bit, and then I also added, I don't use fake eyelashes. I use this Get Big Lashes, the Essence Triple 3 Black Mascara. It is amazing. I will link that as well. I think this is a good dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara personally, and that one is about $23 or $24. This is only $3.99, and it is awesome. I never curl my eyelashes or anything like that. I don't use false eyelashes. I just use, and I don't know, tell me if they look good. Probably not, but. So what else is I going to say? Oh, yeah, so this right here is good. So when I did my under eye, sometimes I get a little bit, I put a little bit too much of the powder on there. And again, if you do that, that can cause flashback. So, you know, you can put more on, but you can't take some off, I guess you could say, with makeup. So what I like to do is I take a little bit of bronzer, and not a substantial amount, and then I just put it underneath it just to kind of take away from it slightly. Because again, you do want it to be a little bit brighter, but not so significant where, I don't want to say anything inappropriate, where you just look super, super white. Another thing, so my eyeliner didn't quite come out the way I would have liked, but again, this isn't any sort of professional YouTube account or anything like that. This is just me saying my tips of what have worked for me. I've never done it in like this isn't a viewfinder, but you know what I mean, where I'm looking at the camera, I usually look right in the mirror and I have my face like right there, and that has always worked really well for me. So this, please be nice to me. It's a little bit more bold than I go for. I usually like to just go a little bit thinner and then just do a flick when I'm doing my makeup. Again, kind of not quite going the Nike, but you know, you want it to be sharp. This is kind of like a dull. This needs a little bit of sharpening, but I didn't want to go too intense because, again, you can put more on, but you can't take it away, and my concealer is not that sharp to do it either, so I don't know what else I wanted to say personally. So hopefully you like this. If not, I apologize. I won't do another one again. But if you want to see any more tips or know of any more cheaper items that I have found that have worked just as great as the more expensive ones as well, I can make a video on that. If you don't have a YouTube account and you're just watching this, so you can't make a comment on here, you can comment on my Instagram or on my Snapchat or anything like that, or just message me of anything that you'd like me to do or any comments you may have. Again, this isn't professional, and I've said that, how many times have I said that in the video? I don't know, but this is just some stuff that have worked for me, and if it doesn't work for you, I apologize. If it wasn't that descriptive, I apologize. Let me know if it was. Let me know if it helps, or if it didn't, or if you got super bored watching me. Yeah, let me know all those great things about it. So my next video is either going to be another tip one, or if you guys hated this tip because I look like shit, then maybe I'll do a not drunk but lightly toasted cooking thing. And if you want to see that, let me know of anything you want me to cook, possibly, because I'm always looking to try new things. So thank you for watching. If you got through the entire thing, I appreciate it. If not, that's cool too. Either way, have a great day. Thanks.